Need to wash my face. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How you living? Oh, goodness gracious. I just thought I would come by for a few minutes. I am like literally hungry and I need to go. You know what? Actually, what I'm going to do, I got a few pieces of Halloween candy I'm about to eat. Guess what I'm having for dinner? So, what I am going to do is I am going to fry some chicken breast. Okay, so I'm going to fry the chicken breast, bread it. They're going to be fried and breaded in lard. Guys, I don't use vegetable oil anymore. Vegetable oil can kiss my booty. Okay, that stuff is toxic. Stop using vegetable oil. Use lard. Lard. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Oh, so sweet. You're so sweet. I love you guys. Oh. And so yeah, so I'm gonna fry that, and then I got some ham. So I'm gonna have like some ham on it too. I don't know why this is showing up as a shadow. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna have some ham on it, some cheese, some sliced tomatoes, some shredded lettuce, and some mayo on some Hawaiian rolls with probably, yeah, I'm just gonna make some steak fries for a side dish. And then we got an apple pie. We got an apple pie cobbler, with the streusel on top. The Marie calendars. Okay, because I didn't feel like baking no pie tonight with vanilla ice cream. So that's what we have for dinner. So I ain't gonna be here that long. But I wanted to say hail to my grandmama, Lena Briscoe. Okay. Yes, I just wanted to. So, anywho, I was talking to somebody today, and they were saying that, and this person is a Christian, and they were saying that in the Bible it says that like our deceased relatives are sleeping until Judgment Day. I don't know, but all I know is that my grandmother's energy and power has been so strong to get us through the past 4 weeks. Okay. Yes. You know, that just that toxic energy. Hey, Stevan, is that you sending me all them hearts? Look at you, you so sweet. Who's that giving me all them hearts? I like hearts. um, I am looking like I need some beauty sleep today, and then plus I need to take my my I need to take my vitamins tonight. I'm gonna take them tonight. But anyway, so my grandmother, I feel that my grandmother had a lot to do with that because I was talking to her because like when some extremely foul like energy came in last month, I went straight to my granny. I did. Of course, I went to my spirit team too, but I went straight to my granny. In case y'all don't know who my grandma is, I'm going to show y'all her picture. She is such a beautiful lady. Okay. And not just my grandmother, but her sisters. Now, and also another thing I want to show y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all this real quick. Okay. So that's my grandpa, Nathaniel. That's my grandmother. That's my Aunt Ernestine, and that's my Aunt Forstine. And I believe that Aunt Mamie is passed on. I meant to ask somebody if she had passed away. Otherwise, I need to take her off of here. But, and then that's my grandmother and grandfather. Okay. Yep. And so you see how I've got, like, I just gave them some water, and you see that this was filled all the way up to here. I know a lot of people will say, no, that's just evaporation. Right, right. Yeah, that's all that is evaporation. They're not actually drinking that water. Okay, yeah, that's what they say. So anywho, so yeah, so I went to my grandmother and my grandmother worked it out. And then, it's so amazing having family and friends that love you, and it was just such a loving day. It was so beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And so she's letting everybody know. She's been telling me like I am protecting all of y'all. Like a lot of people say that's not how people have differences in opinions or whatever. I personally feel like she's right here. Like it's weird. Like it feels just like y'all just don't know how much I love my grandmother. Like y'all don't know how amazing my grandmother and my mother too. My mother too. We had our issues, you know what I'm saying? But not like to that point, to that capacity. You know what I'm saying? It was really not that deep. It really wasn't like the issues I had with my mom. But I just feel her presence, you know what I'm saying? And that's why it's important for y'all to have an ancestor altar, even if it's simple, even if it's a simple altar. I feel like it protects your ancestors because they need that. They need that protection, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Stefan said I'm number one. You so sweet. You so sweet. So y'all know that extremely negative. Like I think my grandmother like destroyed, like my ancestors. Not, but like she's like, you know the saying, if your mama don't love you, nobody will. Y'all ever hear that saying? And so like my grandmother, she was nothing but love. Like all of her offspring, all of her descendants are very lucky people. Just FYI, okay? So anywho, like she was like it was love. Like my grandmother was always so proud of her children, her grandchildren, her great grandchildren, her great grandchildren, great great grandchildren. Like she and I know she's in heaven right now just bragging about look at my great great grandchildren, you know what I'm saying? Because she got great great grandchildren now, you know what I'm saying? I know she does, Stefan. I can tell by the way you was on here smiling the other day. Don't know, like that smile that you had the other day when you came on here. And anybody that smile like that. So, yeah, I'm not even gonna make any comment on because, like, honestly, guys, I'm not gonna be here that long. I just wanted to come and tell you guys how much I love you guys. For those of you that love me, okay, I don't give my love to nobody that don't love me. If you don't love me back, I don't give my love to people that don't love me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope you find it. I hope you find it, but I'm not going to respond anymore to all of that, at least not today. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then also, I feel like energy is everything. So if, I'm going to walk the talk, right? Literally, what needs to happen is legal action does need to be taken. I'm not, I, That's it. That's all I'm going to say is that it needs to be taken. I'm not going to say whether or not it will be taken, but it does need to be, okay? Because it was, just a lot of illegal activity, right? Just a lot of illegal activities been going on for years and years and years. And you know the saying, every dog has his day. That's real talk. But today, my uncle dismissed that case that happened. I believe it happened because of extreme toxic energy, right? But I firmly believe that my grandmother turned that situation around. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Like my grandma left too soon, right? She like I feel like she's not here in the physical, but she's definitely here. Like her presence. Like, because my grandmother passed away when she was only 69 years old. I felt like I didn't even like when I found out that my grandma passed away, I just checked out. I just was like, I was just like, I ain't trying to hear this. Y'all crazy, whatever. I didn't cry for at least a couple of years because I just could not accept it. That was my way of grieving though. But, when I cried, I cried. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally I think I didn't I you know what? I didn't cry really for my grandmother until my mother died, and then it just it felt like it was gonna kill me, so I just kind of like asked God for help. But it just it's crazy how the ancestors will look after you. A lot of that crazy stuff that happened, just everything, you know what I'm saying, like people taking troll accounts of my mother. I ain't never made no troll account out of nobody's mama picture. Y'all know all the craziness. None of that would have happened if my grandmother was still here. None of it would have happened ever. Like none of it. But it is what it is, okay? Really, truly, it is what it. But if she were here, none of that would have happened. So it's almost like, but she is here. So for me, it's like it didn't happen to me because I know that can't nobody hurt me. And then added with all my good karma, baby. I got very good karma. Very. Okay. I'd say that if I were to do a like sliding scale of my karma, I would probably say that you know what? That's a good question for the cards. My guess would be somewhere between 6 and 10%. Maybe I got some negative karma between 6 and 10%. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as on the scale, So yeah, so my uncle did dismiss that case, and we're good. So once the judge gets that, she'll just, it won't be any court date needed. You know what I'm saying? And so my uncle's just a really, like, yeah. Do y'all know that I come from an extremely amazing family? Like, we can talk about the negative stuff. Like, sometimes family is gonna feud. But at the end of the day, I come from a really amazing family. I always was close. Like back in the day when my grandmother was still alive and she still lived here, uh, people like literally we would get together every Friday night, right? Then it turned into Friday and Saturday. Then it turned into Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then it turned into then it turned into damn near every day of the week. Every day of the week, like everybody, and you know how it is when it's family. It'd be like you coming, you be calling somebody, you be calling your cousin, you coming over? Yeah, hey, who all over there? And y'all know as soon as somebody say Shawnee here, everybody coming. Everybody, I'm Shawnee. Okay, I'm Shawnee. Okay, and so it just, it was a lot of, it was kind of like a shock. You know what I'm saying? When I left Kansas City, Missouri, you know what I'm saying? So, but we all we all good or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So yeah, yeah. I don't have no hatred. I don't. I can't really say that. I don't carry it with me. Like what I do is I put hate in a specific liminal space and I leave it there. I leave it there. Hey Trinity, I leave it there. Okay. I'm not gonna carry the hate within my heart. I'm not, it's not that I'm gonna forget about it. Like I'm gonna be like, oh, I forgot you did that. No, it's not that. But it's just that it's a space for it. And typically you want to leave hate in the past. Seriously. And if hate keeps trying to come after you, it's kind of like, well, I'm not gonna let you. I need to put on some lip stuff. I'm not gonna let you ruin my heart, right? I'm not. That's just all it is to it. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, so I told y'all everything was gonna work out. It was kind of touch and go. Like the judge kind of had an attitude with me. It was actually not that judge. It was a different judge, and so she was like, no, don't do that. Don't. Y'all go outside and y'all discuss this. Okay. And I was like, okay, Miss Thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, You know, this is actually the first time ever in my life that I've ever had to live with family, too. This is the first time ever, ever. Because, I'm kind of like the weird kid that, is kind of like, they didn't hate me. Everybody in my family loves me. They do. But I think that, you know, how do you deal with that? Somebody making objects move around the room. No, I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. I got a Reese's peanut butter cup. And what else I got? I'm about to eat this until I cook because I am hungry. Okay. But, so anywho, I just, I've talked to the ancestors and I've said, hey, we really need for certain people to leave our family alone, so they working on it. They working on it, y'all. Mm-hmm. I don't. Ooh, I got some. Look what I got, y'all. I got some M&Ms and a Twizzler. So I'm about to eat this until I cook. And things. And I'm gonna be cooking kind of late tonight, but that's okay. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. And so I'm just excited to get my own place. I really am. You know what I'm saying? I could literally come and tell y'all all of the crazy details. People calling my uncle, telling him that I'm waiting for him to pass away so I can take his house. My uncle has a child. She would be the one to get this house. And my uncle's not about to pass away. Like, what's up with these people with all this passing away thing? My uncle is very healthy. Like really? Like, I'm really confused about this. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I know I come on here looking like sunshine. You know what I'm saying? No. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited to get my own place. Like, it's like, what is wrong with these people? Like, what, like, that's why I don't like projection. I don't like projection. And you know what? I'm a psychic reader. You have to be able to read a situation without projecting your own stuff to other people. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. Okay? Seriously. So yeah. Anywho. That's pretty much what the update is. Like, it's just weird, y'all. It's weird. Can y'all not admit to how weird those people are? Like, you cannot insult somebody when you're stalking them. And imagine a gang stalker having the audacity to judge you when they're gang stalking you. So I think I'm doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I've done damn good. I have. I was living in my house for 4 years, paying my rent on my own completely, about to get my place. I feel like, because y'all know that gang stalking can be extremely devastating to a person's life. But y'all know I know how to hold it down, baby. The only thing I was missing was a good landlord. You know why I ended up with that landlord? You want to know why? Because one of the gang stalkers opened up a line of credit in my name in 2018. I was getting the collection letters for it, but I ignored it. Guess what I did in 2018? 20 somewhere in between somewhere in 2018 I paid off a lot of my stuff on my credit report, got my credit score up to almost 700, and one of the gang stalkers literally took out like a $200 credit in my name. Once I lost those credit score points, I could not get them back. So I had to find a landlord that would accept a credit score that I had, which was like 520, 530. So that's how that happened. Yeah. Your credit score determines sometimes how your landlord is going to be. Cuz my credit would have been above 700, but everything happens for a reason. Because my ancestors wasn't gonna let me stay in Georgia. My mother was always against it. And when your mama, like, that was the one thing, like, she was just, and I know her because I've talked to her. My mother was like, "Hey, you can have whatever you want." She begged me. My mother even the last conversation I had with my mother, she said, "Shawnee, I know you having issues." She said, "I know that your car got, because I took out a loan on my car that I had just paid off." She said, "If you come home, I will buy you a car." This was in 2015. That's all she wanted, was for me to not live in Georgia. She wanted me to just come back home to Missouri. And my mother wasn't the cause for all of that. Like, she, that's my mother. Like, she's like, but she was right, because look at the kind of garbage I ran into in Georgia. And those people were not working on my mother's behalf. That's separate. My mother would never ever tell people to do that to me. My mother would never co-sign that. And she never did. But, you know, it sometimes moms are right, because it wasn't just that, it was other stuff. It was too much for me to deal with. And what I noticed when I was in Georgia, though, is like, y'all know that my ancestors are connected to the Trail of Tears. Nobody in my family would live in Georgia. Nobody, not in the Briscoe family. I was picking up on all kinds of stuff there, that it was like, ooh, it was ooh. So it was like, it was just a lot going on. Okay, it was a lot going on, but yeah, everything worked out. You know what I'm saying? And I show respect for my elders. Like I don't have to respect elders that I'm not related to. If you're disrespecting me, like, you're not an elder. And then, you know, I don't, it's weird, because it's weird, but I respect my elders. You know what I'm saying? And I respect my significant other too, because, I don't, I'm normally not like, narcissistic people will be disrespectful to the point of no return. And when you clap back at them, because they're like literally it bottoms out. That's how disrespectful they are. Then they want to accuse you of being disrespectful. Well, why is it that I've never disrespected my boyfriend? Why didn't I disrespect the last boyfriend that I had when I was in Georgia? Remember? He was a Muslim. He was not an Arab. I was like, wow, he was black. He was a black guy, but he was Muslim. Okay? I never disrespected him. Funny, I just disrespect you, because, the way you talk to me, that you talk crazy to me, you gonna get talked crazy back to. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't gotta ain't it ain't even gotta be no argument. Just get gone. Just like you don't have no placement in my life anyway. You don't have no placement in my life anyway. You weren't supposed to, you know what I'm saying? So who are you? Whatever. It's weird. And no, I ain't never apologizing. And no, I like people be trying to act like I'm supposed to grade you, honey. You gonna take that to hold on, y'all. You gonna take that to your grave, because as much as you disrespected me, it's revenge porn and all that stuff out there. Like, no, no. You lucky, you lucky, you lucky, you lucky. I'm lucky. I was born on a Thursday. I can't help it. I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I got me looking out for me. Cause there's other people in this world. You do some of the stuff to them that you did to me, they be in prison. You know what I'm saying? I have the patience of a saint. I'm not a saint, but I have the patience of a saint. I had 3 kids in diapers, and then my cousin bring her kids. 2 or 3 of my cousins bring their kids because I was a homebody. I have a house full of kids. Kids climbing all on the walls and stuff. Kids grabbing my neck and stuff, and I just be sitting there, watching TV. Like, y'all sit down now. Okay, don't play that mess. Okay, but yeah, y'all. All right, peace and love to y'all. I love you guys. Okay, to my peeps. To my haters, don't love me like you do. I gotta go, y'all. All right. Have a good night. Bye.